YouTube! What is going on, y'all? It is your boy Young Texas and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. In today's video, I show off the imperative variant of the UGM-8 LMG unlocked through the Season 4 Battle Pass here in Call of Duty Vanguard. Without further ado, let's get straight into it. So here we have the class setup for the imperative variant, so let's take a look at the attachments. First on the muzzle is the MX silencer. On the barrel is the Bernard XL214 736mm. On the optic is the SVT 40 PU scope 3 to 6 times. On the stock is the Mercier WT Anker. On the underbarrel is the M1941 hand stop. The magazine is the 6.5mm Sakura 125 round box. The ammo type is hollow point. On the rear grip is the polymer grip. The proficiency is tight grip and the kit is fully loaded. Alrighty, so we got the imperative variant of the UGM-8 LMG. This is of course the LMG introduced with the Season 4 update here in Vanguard. This being the second Battle Pass variant of the UGM-8, the first being the Beach Coral variant, which I did in fact make a video on, and this, like I said, being the imperative variant. Now what I find to be imperative is doing well with this gun and winning as well. I'm very sorry for the pun. That was terrible, and I will apologize now for making you listen to that. I find it rather imperative that I stop with these puns before you stop watching my videos. That again was another intended pun that I apologize for. However, what I'm not going to apologize for is showcasing this weapon. So if you're willing to deal with the bad puns, I suggest sticking around and watching how well this weapon fries. I've been using this weapon a little bit, and I've been having a good time with it. Now, if you do remember my Desolation Showcase video, I'm only circling back because with forward intel, I thought somebody was back here. In my Desolation Showcase video, I did say that because it's close quarters combat, you're going to maybe not want to use an LMG. However, I gotta say, I've had a little bit of a change of heart after using this variant. This variant specifically makes me slightly change my tune as far as using an LMG on Desolation because of how this build works. This build allows for good movement. It's not at all restrictive. It does not feel like I'm lugging around a big old bulky LMG, although that's exactly what this is. This is a big old LMG. It also has incredible firepower, as you've, I'm sure, been seeing. You've been witnessing some crazy firepower. This hits like a dang Mack truck. Not only that, but it boasts a really good fire rate. The gun just shoots incredibly quick. It is one of, if not the single quickest LMG fire rates I've seen in Vanguard. Now that being said, I'm going to be playing a little bit more passive for the next few seconds. Only because now I can be a little bit more aggro. Because I was so close to getting a ball turret gunner, and now I've got it, so I'm okay playing a little bit more aggressive. This gun though is certainly not to be messed with. As I die there on, I believe, a 15, I'm gonna lie here and call my ball turret, and it's gonna allow me to talk to you about this variant a little bit. So it's got all of the statistics that you would think are par for the course for an LMG. It's got really good firepower, it hits really well, it's got really good range. However, it's got some things that you don't typically see on the standard LMG build. It's got really fast fire rate, it's got pretty good mobility, like I was saying. One thing it also has, though, that again, I can't shoot the guys that are right next to me. One thing it also has is, I'm gonna die to that nade. One thing it also has is incredible accuracy and little to no recoil. It shoots incredibly straight. I'm not really feeling the need, and I survived that whole thing. Very nice. I'm not feeling the need at all to pull the gun in any which direction. I'm not feeling the need to adjust how I shoot and how quickly I shoot, because this thing just shoots incredibly straight. You've seen in some other videos that I've done that I've said, hey, once you get the hang of this recoil pattern, it's a really good weapon. This is just a really good weapon as is. There's no crazy recoil pattern that you have to get used to. As I'm shooting all these guys that are in and around this area, like right there, I wasn't having to pull any recoil. I wasn't having to try and focus on making sure I was holding my crosshair where I wanted it, because the crosshair wasn't moving at all. Now, that said, of course, at extremely long range, there might be some very, very tiny, like micro recoils that I'm suppressing, because maybe I'm used to naturally suppressing some small recoil, or whatever the case may be. I'm not saying that to try to toot my own horn and say I'm an amazing Call of Duty player. However, what I am saying is that this gun is just incredibly straight shooting. I feel like I'm saying that so often, but I feel like it's something that needs to be highlighted again, given the fact that it's an LMG. And this is an LMG build that is going to stand out from every other LMG build as far as reliability in like any situation. Like, I've yet to run into a gunfight where it's like, the LMG is the reason I died. Now, okay, that's not necessarily true, because sure, when I come around a corner and I get outgunned by like a well gun or something, or like anything like that, sure, I guess the LMG could be seen as the reason. But then again, I've come around the corner, faced an SMG straight up, and won the gunfight. Now, was that maybe a combination of me having a good shot and my enemy not having a good shot? Sure, and it being less the gun and more the user? Again, sure, not trying to toot my own horn.
Are you sure about that?
I'm also trying to look at it from the standpoint of showing off the gun and explaining why guns, of course I tie to incendiaries, why certain guns are good in certain situations. Again, this Imperative variant is a gun that I've yet to really see a situation where it gives you such a disadvantage that it's like, if you take this gun in this situation, you will lose. No, I've yet to see that. I've yet to come across a situation where that is the case. And I gotta say, that's not very common for an LMG. There are a lot of situations where I can think of LMGs that I've used in the past, be it on Vanguard or any other Call of Duty for that matter, that it's like, yeah, if you take an LMG into that situation, good luck, you're dead. Not this one. Not this one. And I'm not just saying that for the purpose of this video where the gameplay is now done and I dropped 61 kills, but I'm saying that because I genuinely believe that this weapon is one of, if not the single best UGM builds and LMG builds in all of Call of Duty Vanguard. If you're an aggressive player, you might be at a disadvantage sometimes, but you've still got a pretty good shot. If you're a passive player, you're gonna have a good time with this as you sit back and try to send some shots down range. If you're a passive aggressive player like I can be, you're gonna see gameplays where you go 61 and 5 because of how good this gun is in every single situation.